We've got two V12 Lamborghinis we just finished up here. Brand new Revuelto, straight from the dealership to us. We did a self PPF on it, factory matte paint, but we wrapped it in self paint protection film. It's lower on factory suspension, so it's just like the GT3s and GT2s. We take the suspension out, wind it down, do an alignment, so it gets rid of the wheel gap. MV forged 21-inch, 22-inch rear wheels, window tint and clear plex, obviously to protect it and keep the sun out. Over here, we've got an Aventador SVJ. We put HRE wheels on it, 20-inch in the front, 21 in the back. Lowered out Novatec suspension, and it's getting a few more carbon bits here and there, but they're not quite here yet, so stay tuned for the rest of this build. A lot of hype with the Revuelto right now. Obviously, it's been 10 years in the making, replacing the Aventador. We're gonna take it out for a quick test, make sure the suspension's dialed, make sure the alignment's straight. It's very quiet. For now, stock exhaust. All these newer cars sound like trash from the factory because they have to add so many mufflers and OPFs, GPFs, all this stuff. A lot of function on the steering wheel, which is not what I'm used to from the Aventador. Driver modes right here. Sita, Strada, Sport, Corsa. We've got electric modes here, which is recharge, hybrid, and performance. Pretty cool. Suspension lift here. You can also dial it and change the suspension from soft to hard. The damping controller right there, which is awesome. And then the fourth dial looks like it's aero. Car sounds good. It's just quiet, very smooth. I mean, obviously the biggest thing that I think that everyone was waiting for from the Aventador was the transmission. They had this single clutch transmission from the base one to the S to the SV, SVJ, Ultime, Centenario. All of the Aventador variations had that single clutch transmission that a lot of people did not like, but they could not change it because there was no way to fit the dual clutch with the design that they had. This car almost drives like, it's almost too smooth. And this is in Corsa. Whoa. I mean, it's a very comfortable car. Very nimble, but I like it. I mean, we've got the passenger display here, which is a new thing on almost every car. It's cool, it gives the passenger something to look at so you can see how fast you're going, what gear you're in. Very comfortable car. I mean, I have no complaints whatsoever, except for the sound, which we're gonna change. Yeah, you hear the valves open now. So I can't wait to put our system on it. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. We're definitely going to be getting a lot of these in, spending a lot of time with them. Can't wait to see what Lamborghini does with the SV and SVJ versions that are going to come out with this. We're going to go drive the SVJ. I've obviously driven a lot of these. We've been working on them since they came out. Very aggressive, very violent from what I remember. Just getting in itself is, you can already see big difference. Granted, it's an SVJ, so there's carbon fiber everywhere. The door panels, I gotta actually angle this better. Carbon fiber door panels, Alcantara steering wheel, Alcantara everywhere. It's definitely a premium interior. Not saying the Revuelto isn't, but this one's obviously a lot more refined. It's a lot louder, obviously. It's got an aftermarket exhaust system on it, but we're gonna put it in Corsa. This thing you have to throw in the neutral when you come to a stop or else it'll burn out the clutch. And if you don't put in neutral, it'll do it automatically. So that's something to remember. If you ever hear an Aventador rev it at a stoplight and the guy kind of looks around like, oh, that was an accident, it's because the car went in neutral and he didn't realize it and he went to hit the gas and it revved. I'm sure I've done it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Super tight on the steering. Transmission, you can feel it, it's just a lot slower. But I don't mind the single clutch. It's violent. When you really get ripping on it, it's freaking. It's violent. Rough shifting, suspension is rough, steering's tight, so it's made to perform. And you can definitely hear it everywhere you go. Cracks, pops. Yeah. Ooh! Hercules, Hercules!
Hercules, Hercules!
I'm definitely having more fun in this than I did in the Revuelto. There's no doubt in my mind. But once we open up the Revuelto, I think it's gonna feel great. I mean, 300 more horsepower in the Revuelto. but tame. Overall, tough to compare, you know, the last variation of the Aventador compared to the first variation of the Revuelto, but I think Lamborghini did a great job aesthetically, performance-wise. It's insane. There's going to be a lot of body kits, a lot of different wheels, a lot of different performance parts available for that car. So you're going to see a lot of them here, and we're very excited to start bringing those in. Next chapter of the Lamborghini V12. Wallahi, brother.
Have you ever wanted to hit a speed bump at 60 miles an hour? Skid plate is the answer for you. This Lamborghini Revuelto, we just lowered, we put it on new wheels, and absolutely the first thing we recommend doing is putting a nice skid plate on the bottom of the bumper. This helps if you have a plastic bumper, carbon fiber front lip, anything that you really need to have protected, absolute necessity for us here at Boden Autohaus. So check it out, we're gonna go put it on, and this customer is gonna be super happy with the result. Customer's gonna be happy. Now he can take those speed bumps at 60, 65 and have worry-free knowledge that everything's gonna be okay.
You guys have probably seen this STO here on our channel.
The fastest thing I've ever been in.
A while ago, we did a comparison for turbocharged STO versus supercharged. It's back now. We got some new HRE wheels for it that we're gonna put on it. Previously, we had put on some KW coilovers for this thing, and the customer says he wants us to make some adjustments. I'm gonna give him a phone call and see what he wants us to adjust, do a before and after, and see how it goes from there.
What's up, Bubba?
I'm gonna do a before test on the STO. What do you want to adjust?
It's really, really low, dude. And the camber's like, it's cambered in.
So you just want to raise it a little bit?
I'll raise it a little bit and then adjust the camber.
Adjust the camber. Anything with the compression or rebound?
No, it bounces a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a little bouncy.
All right, we'll check it out. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Send me a picture of the wheels, fool.
I will, fool.
All right, yellow, bye.
Bye. Likely after we did the suspension install, it settled down a little bit, so it's a little bit too low, a little bit too bouncy. I always like to try to do a before and after, so I can kind of feel what the customer's feeling, and then when we're done, kind of give my own feedback on if it's improved or if we need to tweak it a little bit more. The KW Novatech coilover upgrade on these cars are night and day. So usually what almost everyone does is they'll put a height adjustable spring over the factory damper, which is great, gets the car low, you get adjustments on height, all the factory buttons still work, but if you want to take it to the next step, it's about 5 times the price, but you replace the entire damper with the full KW Variant 5 coilover setup. It has external reservoirs, compression, rebound adjustments. You can really dial in suspension on these cars. And something that's high caliber of a build, you definitely want to put the best of the best, so that's what we did. A little bit bouncy, but I think it's that bad. All right, so we just did a little quick lap. I got a good gauge of how the suspension feels. We're gonna take it in the shop. We're gonna put the HRE wheels on it that he ordered, raise it up a little bit, realign it, and then take it around again, see if it fixes the bounce he was talking about now that the suspension settled in. And then it'll be on its way back to Los Angeles. All right, just got word that the STO is ready to go. We have the HRE wheels on it, so we're gonna go take it for a spin. My buddy Jose is here, so we're gonna take him out while we do the test drive and kind of freak him out a little bit. So let's roll.
thinking like, you know, the Bugatti. I was like, oh, the Bugatti the other day. This is just gonna be a little bit more like mileage. Oh my god, look at
Brand new Lamborghini Aventador. Oh,